Empire of Sin.
I'm actually looking forward to Empire of Sin, so to bring that.
Peeled and that browser open for the collision of heroes, taking down the Swarm one wave at a time. It's of course the world premiere of Gears 5 Horde mode.
Yeah, I want to see the story for Gears 5, which is actually later in Jeff Keighley's show, 2 p.m. But one of the ones I am keen for today is they're showing Blair Witch, and they're going to talk about that. And yeah, I want to hear about Blair Witch. How did this project happen? It's so cool.
In just a minute, but first of all, let's kick this show off right.
Okay.
And the way we kick shows off is with a world premiere trailer.
Premiere.
Yeah? Premiere. Yeah. Let's do this. Let's do this.
We've been practicing the premiere.
It's the 90s found footage phenomenon that revolutionized the horror
Blair
genre.
Witch, let's go.
Single-handedly made standing in the
We can open with this and we can just stop watching.
I mean, I feel like it was kind of creepy.
Do you know how long this event is? I actually don't, so
exclusive.
we'll see.
Right here on Inside Xbox. This
World
is the latest trailer for Blair Witch.
There are mistakes we fear, and wrongs that haunt us. But the worst are the sins we choose to
Jeff
forget.
Keighley things at 2 p.m. Finiza. If there's one show you're gonna watch today, that should be the one.
Ellis to base.
Man, good for Bloober Team.
He's been through a lot. Just like you.
Sir, I'm not gonna screw this up. Not this time.
They made Layers of Fear and
Ellis, I
Observer
can't do this anymore.
and Layers 2, of course.
They mess with people's heads.
Ellis, listen to me.
No!
You know you're in no shape to play the hero.
Hey, don't talk to me like I'm crazy.
I'm not crazy. I'm just making these scary stick people.
Did you see her? When you looked into their eyes, did you see her?
What have you done, Ellis?
These woods made me remember. Now there's no way back.
Man, Blair Witch is like so perfect on its own. The first film, obviously. I never saw the second film. I heard it was fun, but like, just whatever. I'm curious how well this is going to add to the universe. It would be pretty hard to take away from the Blair Witch universe, so I'm curious about how this is going to add to it. It's interesting. It doesn't look Blair Witchy other than like the iconography that we all recognize. It looks, you know, very much like we're making our own horror game, and it is also Blair Witch, but
Is this The Witcher 3? This was age appropriate for another big announcement. Since E3, more than 22 games have been added to the PC catalog, including Shadow of War, Undertale, Blazing Chrome,
I actually didn't know
Nightfall,
that.
and the Banner
I
Saga
only really
3.
know about the
And that is right.
original
You also
and
told
new
us
one.
you
I
want
didn't know there was
even
one in
more games,
between.
because why wouldn't you before? Well, today we're here to announce that there's a brand new group of games joining the Xbox Game Pass corral. Coming to Game Pass PC, Game Pass Console, and Game Pass Ultimate on August the 22nd, Kingdom Come Deliverance, the immersive...
I don't have a Game Pass sub, so not much here for me.
That begs the question,
But
Julia,
Game Pass
what would you do
continues
if
to
a
give.
medieval king murdered your entire
I mean,
family?
you know, you're paying for it, but like,
Go out to dinner.
it's good. It's
Alone.
great.
We've all got our ways of dealing with things. Joining Game
I'm
Pass
excited
that
to
same
buy
day,
one more
it's the
month
wildly
when
frenetic
Gears comes
Smash 'em
out.
Up, Ape Out.
Oh
Yes,
shit, Ape Out. I
then
really
it's
want to play
the
this
return
actually.
of an
You know
iconic
what? I will
dungeon
probably
crawler from
end
the
up
mind
playing
of
this on my
Brian
Xbox
Fargo
because of
and
that.
In Exile Entertainment. Bard's Tale 4 rolls out to Game Pass on August 27th, and just 3
Man,
days
how was
later,
Bard's Tale 4?
the horror game we
So
just
curious.
saw, Blair Witch, arrives on August 30th. I can't take it anymore.
Oh shit, that's coming out August 30th on Game Pass? Well, maybe I'm getting 2 months of Game
Wait,
Pass.
and you won't have to. There's more.
That's right. We've got 3 games launching into Xbox Game Pass today. That's today. So, Age of Empires Definitive Edition, the best-selling real-time strategy game now in 4K, is joining Game Pass for PC. And joining Xbox Game Pass for consoles this very day, Stellaris, the epic space 4X grand strategy game, and finally, if quick-witted 60 frames per second combo
There's
tactic
probably
Demon
no
Slain is
genre
your
that makes me
jam,
check out harder
wouldn't
than
it be?
4X.
Because,
Oh shit,
you know,
look at
you're dead
that.
inside.
Damn.
Get ready to dust off that download button because starting today,
I can't deal with
Devil
4X
May Cry
games. They're
5
too much for
joins
me.
in the
They're
Game
way
Pass.
too much for me.
Yes. Absolutely amazing. Plus, for a limited
Hey, that's a good one, though. That came out
time,
pretty recently,
join
so.
or upgrade to Xbox Game Pass Ultimate and get your first 2 months for only $2, €2, £2. Oh my! And while you're at it, why not check out the newly updated Xbox Beta app for Windows 10? There you're able to better manage and find your Game Pass DC titles and DLC all in one handy place. Remember, Xbox Game Pass Ultimate gets you Game Pass for PC, Game Pass for Xbox console, and Xbox Live Gold, including access to the Ultimate Edition of Gears 5, which includes 4-day early access.
I mean, there's a lot of things that we're calling
Austin
Ultimate, and the way I
0097
look at
says,
it is
I
just
wonder
the
how the
name
Blair
itself
Witch
is
game
like
will
saying,
fare on its
do
own
you
when
want a
we've already had so
taco,
many
or
games
would
that
you
are
want the
heavily
ultimate
influenced by it
taco?
in recent years.
The ultimate
I know, right?
taco,
Come on.
because it's clearly
Kind of
a
agree with
lot
what you're saying there.
better,
Resident
right?
Evil 7,
Also,
I think, is
since
like the
launching
the
Xbox
peak
Game Pass
example
for
where
PC,
it's
Vita,
taken
and
a lot
PS3,
from Blair
we've
Witch
been listening
and
closely
doing
to
a lot of
fans
cool
on how
shit
to
with
make
it.
the PC
They
gaming
really have a lot
experience
to
even better. So
lot
check
to
out the
surpass
Xbox
and
Wire
live up
right
to
after the
with the
show for
official Blair
details
Witch
on
game.
new updates
It'll
to
be
the
interesting to
Xbox
see if they
app
can
for Windows 10, which is going
meet
to be
that
coming very, very
expectation.
soon to you.
Especially because
But
you're right,
believe
that
it or
does
not,
feel like
we are not
sort of a
done
standard
yet.
for a lot of horror
Starting
games now.
today, Dell Alienware Arena members can claim a free 30-day Xbox Game Pass for PC.
How does
beta
Xbox
code.
make money
New
on
and
Game Pass?
existing Dell
It seems like it's
Alienware
always
Arena
on
members
sale.
head over to the
Well,
link
the
below
sales
for more
are
information.
only for like
That's
your
right, and
first month,
lastly,
as far as I know, and they
We're
only
nearly
offer
there,
like
guys.
1 month at a
We are
time.
happy to announce
Ultimately,
that Human Fall Flat,
you know,
the
they're not
quirky physics-based
losing
puzzle
money when you
platform and Game Pass
buy the
classic
cheap
title
one.
has
They're just
new
barely getting
free
anything.
DLC
They're just
for both
trying to
PC
get you
and
in so you'll
console coming
stick
very,
with
very
it.
soon.
And I mean, a lot of people do
The
stick
Steam
with it,
update,
so, you know.
comes direct from the mind of the game's creators and is
Definitely,
slated
if
to hit
you're
consoles and PCs in
playing
late
it thrifty,
August.
you're
For
not
more
really
on
gonna
the
make
free
them any
DLC,
money.
why don't we check this out?
But anyone who jumps in and just has a regular sub, you know, because of those cheap discounts, totally justify having the discounts, really. Human Fall Flat, still extremely relevant in 2019. You know, this is a game that I very much totally disregarded, but it's sold a shitload of units and people really seem to like it, so maybe I was wrong. Where's Funko Gears? Hopefully soon. I'm still so bummed that Gears Pop is what it is. Like, I didn't have high hopes for it, but I was really hoping that it would be like a pop game that plays like Gears of War, as opposed to just a fucking Clash Royale
It just reminds me of
clone.
like trying to make like a cup of tea when you come home really late at night, and then there's just things fall over.
And you're also wearing
there's steam
oven gloves.
everywhere.
Yeah. We've got much more in store, including that first look at Gears 5 Horde mode. But first, Age of Empires fans, listen up. Because Age Definitive Edition coming to Game Pass isn't the only Age news we've got for you today.
No, to
If
find
Halo
out more,
Infinite
we're
is
gonna
really as
toss it
expensive
over
as
to our
rumored, how on earth will it make money back on Game Pass without absurd microtransactions? Well, I mean, they just want you to get the console, right? Because, you know, first parties make money on all third-party games sold on their platforms. Like, you know, when you buy, when someone buys a Call of Duty on the Xbox, Microsoft makes 30% of the price of that Call of Duty. You know, same with Sony, same with Nintendo, right? So like, you can spend like wild on exclusives because it doesn't matter. Like, it's not about making money on the exclusives too much. You just want to get the machine into people's hands so that they start buying into the ecosystem, and you make the money off of other products, really.
On Steam, never fear. Our friends over at Valve are offering a 25% discount to upgrade to the Definitive Edition.
Yeah,
And if you
30%
need
for
any more
digital.
reason to get in the
For
remastered
physical,
fun,
it's
Age
not
2
as
Definitive
much.
Edition will feature
But
cross-platform
you all,
and
the
cross-play
publisher also
functionality
doesn't make as
across
much
Steam
physical.
and the Windows 10 store.
Physical nobody
Plus,
makes as much.
did I mention, there's also a bonus campaign. It's called The Last Khans, and it includes 4 new civilizations. So, altogether,
Yeah, 30% is
the
a
game's
huge
remastered
chunk.
in 4K,
Yeah, absolutely.
all the expansions,
It's a lot.
and there's Steam crossplay.
But
Did
that's
anyone else
cost
here
of,
order the
like,
cheesesteak jimmies?
using
Did
these
you order it?
legitimately great platforms, you know.
We're having one after the show.
You do get a lot of
And remember,
services.
if you
Like,
want to
as
play
developers,
Age of
you get a lot
Empires
for your
Definitive
30%.
Edition right now, it's available
But
today on Xbox Game Pass to PC and Steam. But we can't just sit here and dwell on what I'll be doing in November. No.
That's part of the reason
Now
there's a lot of
it's time to toss
criticism
over to
towards
Benny, who
Valve
might just have the
for like
cutest
taking
Gears of War
30%
assignment ever.
because they really
Benny,
don't
what's
provide
happening?
as much
Charlie,
as
I'm not gonna lie, it is
console
the cutest thing in
manufacturers,
the world,
but
it's hard to tell, right?
that's a whole
Talking
other
about me,
discussion for
right?
another day.
Or, of course, a Funko Pop Marcus Phoenix, because luckily, you won't have to choose for long. As today, we're excited to announce that Gears Pop will be available starting August 22nd.
Incredible.
Which is amazing. August 22nd, we're gonna get Gears Pop.
Amazing.
All right, this adorable free-to-play
I
title will be
fucking
available
wish
on
it played
iOS,
like a Gears of War
Android.
game.
Drum roll, please. Windows 10.
Windows
Fast
10.
Game progress synced across
Fucking
all your devices
amazing.
with your Microsoft account. Some of us can finally realize our dream playing Gears Pop at the office, right? Which they finally won't be able to tell me off for, which would be brilliant. And fans of free stuff, right? Free stuff, right? Listen up, make sure you're logged into your Microsoft account and watching this fancy program on mixer.com/Xbox to receive a free in-game Gears Pop Gamescom promotional pack with an assortment of Gears Pop pins.
I'm watching
to help
on
build and
Mixer.
upgrade your squad of adorable
I'm getting the pack.
Gears Pops. Remember
Oh,
to
now I gotta
pre-register today
play.
to have the game
Now
ready
I'm
on
in.
your devices
I'm
when
signed in on
launch
Mixer,
later this
so
week. But to hold you over
August
until then,
22nd or
check
27th,
this out.
whatever. I got a pack. Now I'm hooked. Yeah, let's do it. This is what I want from Gears Pop. I want these trailers. Oh, and look, they're friends now. Look, they're buddies. Just like in Gears of War. God, in this trailer for a Gears of War game, there is so little Gears of War. It's just the most nothing, slapstick nothing. Could you at least play Mad World? Like, should we at least get a Pop Mad World trailer? No?
Now from lancers to layups, we've got NBA 2K news to share.
Oh yeah, let's go.
What
is Matt's obsession with Funko Pops anyway? He's not obsessed with them. I don't think he owns a single one. He doesn't like them.
It's Joshua at the New Orleans Pelicans.
Wedelos says, Real Talk Mobile can 100% run the first Gears of War today. You're right. You're absolutely right. I mean, look at Shadowgun, right?
The pleasure's all mine.
Shadowgun's been around for
The game
ages.
looks amazing, but before we kind of get into that, we actually have your overall rating for the game. Would you like to really awkwardly for us to reveal it now? What do you think? What was it last year?
Drum roll.
I have no idea.
Okay.
He doesn't
No
fucking
idea.
know.
Are you
That's
ready to hear
good.
what his overall rating is? All right, let's reveal it, please. Ba-boom!
76.
Is that better than last year?
Everyone boo. Everyone
No, everyone.
We got a
cheers.
76
Better than
player
last
out
year.
here.
That's the important thing.
Good stuff.
It must be kind of weird though.
When it comes to basketball, I'm like a
have that
4.
year.
Yeah.
You know, I can throw the ball,
It's weird.
but I
For me,
will
it gets-
double dribble
I don't really
often.
care too much about it. But 2K, I would like for it to be a little bit higher. But
If you could just pass that on.
Yeah, I'll just pass it on to. But I played hurt last year, so that's gonna be my
And you
excuse for
still did
myself.
better, so-
Yeah, you know, I got better. So it's all about improvements every year. You
Our
know?
players rated by
Exactly
one
the
number
point. You should
alone.
see how
I
footballers
believe
in the
the.
UK react to
You have to forgive
No,
my
that's
lack
good.
of sports game
That's
knowledge.
a
I
little
believe it's an
little
average of
different.
their
So as a
stats.
gamer yourself, like what kind of games
All
do
their
you like
stats
playing?
are
What
on
did you play growing
100.
up?
And their
Growing up,
overall
I'm a
is
big
an
Madden
average.
guy. Madden and FIFA. Those are the two games that really got me into it. Then now, Fortnite.
Yeah.
I love
Yeah,
playing
shout outs to
Fortnite.
Do you play
Fortnite.
with any of your teammates?
A little bit. I play with like Larry Nance Jr., who used to be with the Lakers.
One-
and
one
with
of the boys likes
Cleveland
it.
Cavaliers now.
But now you need to sort of like, make your new friends and,
Yeah, you know,
like get them in some Fortnite action.
Yeah, I got to get my new Pelican teammates into Fortnite. Lonzo apparently plays PUBG now, so I'm gonna have to get him to switch over.
Yeah? Okay.
Play
Wow.
some Fortnite. I'm a big Fortnite guy, so I'm gonna have to see if he can do that.
Same,
Maybe they'll switch you to
honestly,
PUBG. You don't
so-
know.
They might.
Peer pressure is a big thing.
I played it. I liked it. Don't get me wrong. I did like it. But I think the thing that happened with me, I played Fortnite first.
Yeah.
So that I think that what kind of got me. And then I'm not. I think I was getting my butt kicked in PUBG when it
Oh, I
first
see.
started.
So that's why you said.
So I was like, you know what? I gotta go back.
Duly noted. I
Where's
did
this
think you actually
going?
got something for us. You brought us a little treat, a little trailer, I believe.
Yeah, no. So I'm very excited to introduce the first trailer of the NBA
Is that what the
2K
teleprompter
My Career
says?
Story. And that was exclusively produced by LeBron James and Spring Hill
Oh, wait, it's
Entertainment.
the new
Has
story.
a bunch
Okay,
of Hollywood
hang on.
star power, so I'm very excited about that. Hope you guys are excited.
Fucking wish Spike Lee was doing it.
Game as I am. So,
oh yes, well, thank you so much for joining us. And in the immortal words of sportscaster Warner Wolf, let's go to videotape, but don't press play because it's the past.
Jay, Coach said you were being held out for a violation of team rules. Care to comment?
It ain't easy watching your brother fall like that, but hey, this is what we work for, all right?
Look, Jay, Coach took my scholarship, man.
I've been your advisor for 4 years. If you really want them to hear you, you gotta be willing to sacrifice.
It was a choice.
You chose to sit out.
I chose to stand up.
Whatever point you think you're making, son, now is not the time. You are the captain of this team. Better act like it.
I believe I am, Coach.
You were 3 months from graduating, Jay. You are letting them win.
Really, I just wanted to help out my teammate, man.
Tournament ends, suddenly everything gets real.
If you and I want to try and make it into the league, I can't have anyone else in your ear.
Oh shit, it's Fettuccine
So
Revolution.
this
He's
agent
back.
knows what he has in you.
God, I wish it
You're
was
so
actually
much more
him.
than basketball.
Tighten that elbow, kid.
Whoa, what's up, Kimber?
So you ready to touch earth?
Man, I ain't touching no earth, man. What's up?
Gentlemen, I'm your trainer for the next couple months.
These next few days, he has a chance to really impress these scouts.
Mav handles all of LeBron's off-court opportunities.
I'm not done, Z. It's time to put people on notice.
I want you to get out there and get us this dub.
Those were yours.
Shit, that is Idris Elba?
That's the
I
anxiety,
was wondering.
right?
Our success hinges on authenticity.
Boy, there we go. Looking just like yourself.
Really giving athletes a voice to become more than an athlete.
It took me a while to understand the opportunity that I was given.
Show the
If you want
ghost.
it bad enough,
Bring Vic.
if you're willing to sacrifice, it
He's got to
will
be the
find
stinger. When the lights are brightest.
Fridge stocked with kombucha in my trailer if you'd be interested.
Nah, I think we're good. Yeah, we'll just catch you later.
Okay.
I'm still so down for like making a sports movie style story in sports games, but the only one that seems to have panned out is I hear the FIFA one people seem to like, but 2K16 though, the Spike Lee joint was so fucking good. That was so fun. Except for the bits where you have to play basketball. Those were not fun.
In this latest installment in the Ghost Recon franchise. But of course, we wouldn't just
Yeah, I
leave
hope
it
you can
there.
unlock
This is inside
frequency
Xbox after all.
vibrations.
So today, we're
And he's got like a
excited to
100
show you
rating.
the first glimpse into Ghost War, the competitive multiplayer experience. Check this out.
I didn't actually catch what game this is for. Okay, it's Breakpoint. Okay. You said Ghost War, and I'm like, that could be anything. That could be Destiny. Absolutely anything. What new games do you think Terminator will be announced in today? Oh my god, it's true. I forgot about that. It'd be tight if he was in Ghost Recon. Other than that, I think Ghost Recon's the only one left that I'm like, yeah, that fits Terminator good. But maybe we have to branch out to ones where you don't fit good. Maybe he'll be the first character announced in KI 2.
I'll take care of it. It's only by working as a team that you can rise.
Wait, Waifu Destroyer says he is in Ghost Recon. Is that true? Wait, is that true? Because he's in Gears, and he's in... Fuck, what was the other game? It was Ghost Recon. Okay, it was Ghost Recon, the other one. Oh my god, you're right. He is already in this. I totally forgot that it was this one. Show more Terminator then, please. Because yeah, that was Ubisoft's presser, wasn't it? So it must have been Breakpoint. I can't believe I forgot. Yeah, Predator was in Wildlands, yeah.
Well, that lets
That's
us
true,
know
of
a
course
bit
he is
awesome,
coming
doesn't
from
it?
Mortal
Let's
Kombat,
recap.
we know that as well.
A
So.
new PvP mode with intense tactical matches.
Really, I would just
an
like a new
extensive
Terminator game,
shared
that'd be
progression
cool.
system, and dedicated servers.
That'd be really nice.
Double plus bonus, a battle royale style circle encroaching on the battlefield. Find out when Ghost War launches on October
also
4th
in
with the
Death
full
Heart, is
game.
he?
Plus, if you pre-order Tom
Good for
Clancy's
him.
Ghost Recon
Getting
Breakpoint,
around.
you get access to the beta starting September the 5th. Now to the latest
The Don
from
Corleone
Borderlands
says,
3.
I hope Terminator is the first playable character in Blair Witch. The witch got nothing on him.
Oh, yeah.
You can't witch a robot, right?
Okay, yeah, go on then. Come on. Yeah? Okay. Well,
Yeah, I believe he was in a WWE game a few years ago.
narrative
I think
at
that's right.
Gearbox, Randy Varnell. Welcome to Inside Xbox.
That's the right Randy to put on stage for this game.
But Randy, that's enough of the pleasantries. I'm grilling you today, okay? We're gonna get this real serious for a very, very serious game.
Very serious.
Yeah, you ready?
Yes.
Okay, so the first thing I need to say is for people who have been not so patiently waiting for the new Borderlands series, what can we expect from the stories and where can new fans jump in?
Well, you know, it's been 7 years since Borderlands 2, and Borderlands 3 is a continuation of that story that started. Actually, this is the 10-year anniversary of the release of Borderlands 1. It came out in 2009. Yeah, so that's a big thing. So Borderlands 3 carries on that tradition. It's a continuation of the story. At the end of Borderlands 2, he left off with a map to the stars, the vault map, talking about new places that vaults will be scattered across the universe. So Borderlands 3, our players get to jump in the roles of new vault hunters and hunt down those vaults across multiple planets in the universe. So for the first time ever in the Borderlands universe, we're going to get off of Pandora and get to other places and hunt down those treasures hidden away in those secret alien vaults.
Okay, well, we'll come back to the plans
Borderlands
later,
art
because
style
you
is
did
so
mention
strong
vault
that,
hunters,
like,
and from my experience, that's always
I
the first
remember when
thing
the
you do with
first
Borderlands, right?
screenshots
So
were
recently we
revealed
saw
or leaked
Flack.
for
Can
Borderlands
you
3,
tell us
people were
more
like,
about the
this
Beastmaster's
isn't that big a
abilities?
jump. And I mean, it actually is, but the art style has been so strong since day one
been
that,
the character that I've been
I get what
playing the
people are
most
saying.
recently as we kind of prepared the game and got it ready to ship. Flack is the Beastmaster, and what
It's
I'm really
such a nice
excited about that,
aesthetic,
players have
honestly.
played other characters like Gage in Borderlands 2, who had the Necromancer, who
Yeah,
had that trap.
Flack
A lot of
is
people love
pro
that.
ZD, right, it's
Flack,
true.
we are happy to talk about, is a pure pet class.
I wanna play as Mose.
Flack has a choice between 3 different animals that that Flack can call out. He's got a Jabber, which is kind of a monkey with a gun. There's a Spider Ant, and then a Skag that just rolls around
And
and
it's been
does.
confirmed we can pet the Skag.
You can pet the Skag,
We
and
can
the,
pet
and the
the Skag.
Skag
So good.
responds to that. But Flack is really cool. So you have your choice of which pet that you want. And then, like we've done with a lot of the Vault Hunters in Borderlands 3, a lot of different ways to customize and make that character your own, right? So not only do you get to choose which pet, but Flack gets to choose on top of that which action skill you use. So Flack has one where you can supercharge the pet. So as the pet's out and doing things, you can
And
it's
this sure
called
looks
Gamma
like
Burst. You can
Borderlands.
make the pet kind of
This is
swell
not
up,
a bad thing,
get all
but, like,
swole, go take down other things. Flack
Definitely
can
not
also do a
reinventing the
thing
wheel
called
with this
rack
one.
attack, where he literally pulls rack. We call it rack
Pre-sequel
pocket
take place
rack.
off
He
Pandora.
pulls
Yeah, I
rack
believe
from
it
his
was a
pockets,
space
flying
station
creatures,
thing.
right? And they run out and do damage. But Flack also
I
has
actually
a
only
stealth
played that
type of
one
ability. So if
briefly
you like
at,
to let your pets to
PAX
the action,
Prime.
you want to hang
I
back
never
and kind
actually
of
bought
play
it.
there. Flack can kind of
I really hope they do a VR release of it, but I kind of think
do all
they
the
won't.
work.
And we're going to be using that against some bad guys, and what's Borderlands without some bad guys? And in this one, we've got the Calypso twins. So can you tell me exactly how big, and very bad and scary are these guys?
Well, you know, in Borderlands 2, we had a great villain, Handsome Jack, who thought you, the player, were bandits. He just calls you bandits the whole time. Well, the bandits are kind of this wild mix of enemies across Pandora that have never really been unified and all of that. Well, the Calypsos are big and bad enough that they have finally unified all the bandit clans on Pandora and have rebranded them the Children of the Vault.
Oh, yeah.
The COV. You'll see those signs everywhere. And the way they do that is the Calypso twins are streamers.
They're live streamers.
They're streamers.
I've
Oh,
never
sick.
met one of
Finally
those
some
before.
representation.
And no one in mind when we made the
not.
Calypso twins. But No, seriously, we asked with the Calypso twins, what would happen if our super awesome live streamers that have, tons of fans decided to militarize their fan base?
Use that
and
influence.
That's right,
fun, though.
use that. So the
That's
Calypso
very
twins
Borderlands.
kind of want the same thing you want. They want the vault. So from the very beginning of Borderlands 3, the Calypso twins are going to be in your face. They're going to be trying to stop you on that hunt to the vaults to get kind of off the planet to the other vaults. And in great streamer fashion, they're going to be recording and putting those streams back in there, and they're going to ask you all to like, follow, and obey.
I won't ask you to kill anyone, don't worry.
Follow the cult of the God Queen
I'm
Tyrene and her
slightly
brother
better than
Troy
that.
as they hunt for the
give me
vaults
your
in front of
magic
you. So
pre-release codes
really
for
cool
Arena.
enemies. I think people are going to really enjoy them. But man, they are aggressive.
And now we're going to have to wrap in a second, but I did want to come back to the
Oh, I
planets.
hope they
In
have
one
to do
word,
ad reads. Yeah,
how
that'd
big
be
is this
great.
game?
This game is huge.
Huge.
It's definitely bigger than Borderlands.
Yep.
Borderlands 2. We haven't used exact numbers yet because we want to hold out some
But in the
surprise
past, you
for the
said
fans.
billions and jillions and billions.
Right, but we've already talked about you start on Pandora, which we've been before, and there's some good gameplay there. We've talked about Promethea, which is the big city planet, a big urban area with huge buildings, and there's a big corporate war going on between two of our big corporations, Mali.
One of the things I'm actually pretty keen on in this game is
it
seems like no loads between areas other than swapping planet, which is fucking
Space
nice.
Florida or Space
Even
Louisiana.
in Borderlands 2, that
full
was
of
kind of a bother.
jungles and
Whenever you wanted to
dinosaurs
swap
and all
area,
sorts
it's
of
like,
stuff.
yep, big load.
And there might be even
Big
some
load
more
every
surprises
time.
around the
It was
corner.
rough on the Vita version.
Yeah, that's probably pretty good.
Probably not
These
as
guys are
bad
going to
in
get
the
more information
modern
later. Let's
console
stop at
version,
surprises.
but hey.
Anyway, thank you so much, Randy, for being here.
Yeah,
And
Borderlands 2
remember,
was
in case
massive,
anyone in the
so-
room has forgotten.
If you got it.
Okay. This is all for you.
This is going to be big.
Yeah,
It's
Borderlands
a good
launches
interview
on
question. How
Xbox
big
One
is it?
on September 13th.
You know?
But from the
It's
game,
such a
we got the
valuable
loot
question.
to a game that also has
Nobody's
quite
gonna
a lot
say
of loot.
small.
It's time to talk about PUBG.
Nobody's
But
gonna say
before we dive
smaller
into
than
it,
before.
Let's check out another world premiere. This is PUBG Season 4.
Think this will come to Vita eventually? Oh, for sure. Launch. Absolutely. No question. If you overclock your Vita, you can get some pretty darn smooth performance out of Borderlands 2, actually, which is pretty nice. When Vita 2? Yeah, hopefully they announce that today. Could be, maybe they'll announce it at the Google Stadia show. Did they announce any Borderlands games on Switch? No, as of yet, I don't think there's any Borderlands announced for... Wait. Hang on. That actually sounds... Because I know... I'm questioning myself. Yeah, Borderlands 2 was announced for the Switch. Yes. Sorry. My mistake. Wait. Am I high?
Sorry, but how awesome was that? I'd like to welcome PUBG back to the Inside Xbox stage. Joining us today, producer Kusung Yuk-jung and console community
I'm
lead
high.
Ray Kim. Plus, joining us
There were
from
a
ID
lot of
Productions,
rumors
Senior
about it,
Director
but it was
Chris
never
Charla.
truly
Guys,
confirmed.
welcome
So
to
my
the show.
mistake, my mistake.
Thank you very much for
So
joining
no
us.
then, no.
Now, Kusung, we just saw the debut
You can continue
of
to play
the
it on your
Season
Vita.
4 trailer. What can Xbox fans
That being said,
expect this
if you
season?
buy
We've upgraded Erangel with the higher
NVIDIA Shield
visual
TV,
fidelity,
you can
including
play
some major
Borderlands the pre-sequel.
landmarks such as meta power
If
and
you hack,
military
if you
bases.
hack your Switch
And also everyone
and
will be
work
able to
really
see
hard,
what has
you can
happened
probably
to the
port
Erangel
that to your
with the
Switch.
trenches and the camonette and the bus mark on the ground. And also there is
Guys
some
are just
secret
all says, so
place
far
that
none of
you
this
can
has
find
been
some
that
clue
exciting.
what
Somewhat
happened
underwhelmed.
there.
Yep. That's
Even with the oldest
Inside
changes,
Xbox,
it's still
unfortunately.
Erangel.
It's the first time I stream one, because I kind of know they're like this, and I said, what the hey, I'll do it today.
We try
but
hard to keep this unique feeling.
This is
Yeah, I
Inside
personally
Xbox.
cannot wait to explore the new areas again and find those secrets. This is going to be so cool to
Yeah,
find.
like if you worked
Ray,
really
can you tell us
hard,
about Survival
you
Pass
could
4?
play it
Yes,
on your Switch,
Season
but you would
4
have to
also introduces
do the,
survival
do the legwork
pack
yourself.
format, which allows players to unlock over
Stoked
100
for hat and
rewards.
time on Switch?
These
Kinda, yeah,
rewards
actually,
showcase the past and the future of Erangel.
Yeah.
We've also added the cooperative missions, which allows the community to work together towards goals and milestones. As
Cool,
you achieve these
great.
milestones together, you'll be able to unlock new rewards. And
Cool,
also,
great.
you'll be able to swap out missions more easily than previous passes. And you can
Cool.
use BP to continue changing them if you're not up to certain tasks.
Also, I cannot wait to start getting those unlocks. Chris, Season 4 trailer. How awesome was that?
Cool.
That's actually the first time I've ever
Great.
seen the trailer. Like I keep hearing about it. Now I finally got to. It looks fantastic, and like I'm really stoked about finding out more about what's going on, finding some secrets and learning some lore. Like, I'm stoked.
Yeah, like I honestly just can't wait to kind of get digging in because I was speaking to you earlier, and you're the person that's always hiding with a shotgun in the corner.
Yeah, I hide in the closet with the shotgun.
Everyone here Chris is the person that kills you when you're so close to chicken dinner. It's a nightmare. But I know, Chris, that's not all you've come to share about PUBG today. What else have you got?
Yes, it's one of the things that everyone wanted to have.
Great.
It's cross-platform play for the console.
Cross-play for console.
That's actually pretty good.
For PUBG. Like.
Yeah, it allows Xbox players join the matches and competing with the PlayStation players. And it will make the matchmaking pool bigger globally.
Wow, cool. That's
and
actually
also
awesome.
offer more competition.
Yeah, Chris, like, how is this, like, having
That's
this
fantastic. I mean, when we first enabled cross-console play, like, several years ago, this is the exact kind of scenario we were envisioning, just letting the whole global population play together on console with each other. Like, fantastic. Super excited to
It's
try
just
it
exciting
out.
to see the community grow more and more and kind of have more players on PUBG. It's going to be really exciting. And Ray, it's been...
Actually, there's one more thing about the schedule. We are aiming to update cross-platform play on the public test server on the late September. And after a week of beta, we plan to update the live server in early October.
Late September, that's a crossplay is not that far away for us. It's really exciting. I cannot wait to get involved with it. And Ray, PUBG has been now here for been on console for 2 years now. What else have you got to say to all the players?
Oh, we really appreciate the love and feedback all the PUBG community has given us since we've launched.
And on behalf of every people in the PUBG, and thank you for playing and supporting us and loving us. And see you at the very ground.
I'd just say, like, on behalf, I think, of everyone, just thank you for giving us such a great game to play. But thank you so much for joining us today. I personally cannot wait to drop into Season 4. But now, over to Leah with a game set in a quaint, post-apocalyptic winter wonderland.
Yeah, thank you, Benny. Thank you.
Years?
Quaint. Maybe not quite the word I'd use for it. Now to the latest installment of a fan favorite, featuring challenging tactical combat. In Exile's Wasteland 3 brings you to the forefront of the post-nuclear world through squad-based epic, we'll just call them squabbles, shall we? With deep branching storylines and an open world, Wasteland 3 is truly the next frontier. We've got your first look at the new story, combat, and one heck of a ride.
We saw a trailer for
more on the new
Wasteland
title,
3.
Take a gander at this
I think
here
it was
world premiere trailer.
during Microsoft E3 this year, and I really was not feeling the sense of humor in this game at all. Like, the game looks good, but that trailer was not great.
Will be beneficial to both of us. You will bring my fractious children to heal, while I will ensure the continued existence of your organization. Just be warned, your trip to Colorado will not be easy.
I already like this trailer a lot more.
Gangs and cults watch the passes and prey on the unwary. You will have to fight to reach us.
Here comes the paid train.
Oh, you know, I was just about to say, oh, it's like Mutant Year Zero. But then it occurred to me that maybe Mutant Year Zero is indeed like Wasteland. I didn't realize that Mutant Year Zero and Wasteland played in such similar ways, because I really like Mutant Year Zero.
But reach us you must, Rangers.
Yeah, like, it was way before Mutant Year Zero, but I didn't realize, like, this one seems to be like Mutant Year Zero, where it's like, yeah, you move around the world, and then it becomes a grid when you enter battle. Was Wasteland 2 like that? Like, did that predate Mutant Year Zero? That was rad. Speaking of which, Mutant Year Zero is free on the Epic Games Store right now, so we'll get that. It's good. It did have gameplay like that? Shit. That's rad. I didn't realize. I totally slept on Wasteland 2.
First up,
let's talk about the Night Ops Camo Special Edition controller. And by the way, what a cool name, Night Ops Camo, right? So this is a brand new take on our camo controllers. It's less geometric and more like organic
Man, that US
camouflage.
military
But
warship.
the twist here is this really cool, stealthy black, grey, and metallic gold coloring. Now, the gold in particular, it's got this kind of like metal flake effect, so it shifts in the light, and it seems to change color right in front of you. It's super, super cool. You've also got a gorgeous gold metallic D-pad, and I
World
personally
Brand says it's
love
just
the
an empty
textured
stand.
triggers that keep you locked in when you're getting those dubs. And the eagle-eyed amongst you might have noticed my
Is it
T-shirt
good
here.
or bad that a game
How'd
is
you like
free on
that?
the Epic Game Store?
Hey?
I mean, it's good. You can get a free game.
So this is the official
the developers
Xbox
get
Gear
paid.
Night Ops
It's all
Camo
good.
T-shirt. You can see
For
it matches
PS1 or PS4, Xbox
matches
One
the camo
controller,
there.
love the
Look at
Xbox
that.
One.
So you can
I
finally
actually love the
accessorize your
Xbox One
T-shirt
controller, yeah.
to your controller.
I
And
play
this
more with
T-shirt
PS4
will be
controller,
available to
but
purchase here at
I
Gamescom
always
or
enjoy
online
using
in
the
the
Xbox
US and
One
Canada
pad.
starting
It's
tomorrow.
just
Right,
so
next up,
good.
we've got a new star
The
signing in the
Xbox
Sports
One
Series
pad.
squad.
I love
this
it.
is the Sport Blue Special
At
Edition
first, I
controller.
didn't love
and as you
LB
can
and
see,
RB
it's
on
rocking
it,
a blue
but
color
I got
scheme with a
used to it, and I
geometric pattern on the
really
top
like the
case,
Xbox One
shiny
pad.
metallic accents, and a slick metallic blue
Can I turn the
D-pad.
volume
But best of all
here?
for
I
me,
can do that.
Sport Blue has rubberized grips on the back in a contrasting light blue. I
hair.
love these grips. They really help you feel connected to the controller. Just feels amazing. And of course, both controllers feature Bluetooth capability
don't
for
feel
gaming on
connected to
Windows
my
10
controllers
PCs
at all.
and tablets, and 3.5mm stereo ports, so you can plug your headsets directly in. Now, if you want to get a closer look at both these beauties, we've got an unboxing video featuring Brenna from the Mixer team and myself, and that's going live on the Xbox YouTube channel right after
An
the show.
unboxing.
So what do you think, everybody?
I
What do you think of
wonder
new
what
controllers?
is in these
Sick,
boxes.
right? Yeah. We've got some controller fans in the audience tonight, and I love that, right? If you, like me, are obsessed with Xbox controllers, I love them, and I'm not ashamed to say it. We've created an amazing original video with the design leads from the Xbox hardware team, taking us through the inspiration for every Xbox One controller
Zichiro
ever
says, you
made.
never know what you might
Yup.
find. Batteries?
Literally,
No, surely not.
every single
Right?
one. There's so many cool
think
and
Xbox is
interesting
pretty good with
stories and
batteries.
behind-the-scenes things in here, and I think
know
you're
this
gonna
controller.
love this video.
I've used,
Every
one of,
Xbox
I've used
One
those
controller
controllers
ever
before.
made
Those
is
are the
premiering
original
exclusively on
dev
Xbox
kit
YouTube and
controllers
Instagram
that
TV
came with the,
on August
the
26th.
first
Do
Xbox
not miss
One
that.
dev kits.
Now,
And they
from a
have
couple of new controllers,
unique
so
zebra
a couple
prints,
known throughout the gaming
so
world
that
for
if
their
someone took a
visionary
picture
titles.
of them, they could
Julia's
identify
about to catch
what
up with
studio
Brenda Romero and John
it was
Romero
from.
in the Speakeasy. So
and
let's raise a glass
the original
and take
Xbox
a trip back
One
to
kits also had
Prohibition
that
era
same
Chicago
zebra
in
faceplate
Empire
coating.
of Sin.
So, yeah, that brings back memories, that controller. They also look kind of cool, so. You can barely hear me. Shit,
Ronnie
we'll turn the
O'Neal.
volume back down.
He's been a
There's
thorn
no good
in
middle
my
ground
side.
here.
And now he says he wants to cut a deal.
I'm quite keen for this game.
He
This was
doesn't know
announced
what's
at
coming.
Nintendo's event at E3. So
But
it is on the
first,
Switch
let's
too.
go back to the beginning. A week ago, I got into Chicago. As soon as I did, I started handing out my calling card. It wasn't long before I was building an empire.
Hard not to like this aesthetic, huh?
And making contacts. I had a few ups and downs along the way. Eddie and Marie fell in love and ran off. And sure, Tammy's the best shot in town. If she doesn't show up drunk, that is. And Jack? No one would mess with Jack. Old Ronnie didn't take too well to my way of doing business. Now he thinks he's got me pegged. He ain't got nothing. What he doesn't know is I've been making deals all around town. And I got just enough cops to look the
Does this
other
also
way.
play like Mutant Year Zero?
Those who work with me,
Because I like
afraid
that.
of nothing. I almost feel bad for the guy. He's just a step on my way to the top. But if it wasn't me taking him down, it'd be somebody else. Think you got what it takes? Come and get it.
What a good name. What a good logo. Everything just looks nice. I like that. Oh, there he is.
Amazing.
Ready to make us his
It
bitch.
may be their first time on the Xbox stage, but these two great developers have been making waves in the gaming world for years, making some of your favorite games. From Romero Games Limited, game director Brenda Romero and President John Romero, welcome to Inside Xbox.
Thank
with a
you.
big hand.
Thank you.
Wow. First of all, the game looks incredible. And so I believe you had the idea for quite some time, and it was inspired by a local watering hole, is that right?
Yeah, it was. I mean, bars can be good for other things, like games, for instance. Among other
Where
things.
Where are you drinking? Like
so the bar, I grew up in a town in northern New York, and in Ogdensburg, and there wasn't a lot happening, but this one place in town was called The Place, unbelievably. That's its name.
Meta.
Still is called The Place. Anyway, The Place was the oldest continuously operating bar in the U.S. Now, whether that's true or not, I didn't know, but when I started asking my mom questions, like, why didn't the cops just shut it down?
Yeah.
The answers I got, she didn't want to give me answers that would be like, well, future game designer, here's how criminal empires are built. So instead, she didn't want to talk about the gray area, and she just sort of pushed me away. But it developed this fascination with criminal empires, and so Paradox was happy to turn that into a game. And I've always been fascinated with this time period. There's a lot going on.
Yeah, and you guys did like a whole bunch of research, and I think it's like half of the bosses are kind of about half are fictional and half are actually sort of real, based on real people.
Yeah, I the majority certainly are real. Yeah. In fact, John's great grandmother's in the game. Was I supposed to say that?
Oh,
I've said it.
Exclusive.
I've said it now. Yeah. So about half the bosses are real, and the other half are fictional characters that are sum up the era.
Yeah.
But yeah, we've done a ridiculous amount of research into it.
Love that.
That's
like
brilliant.
specific characters or specific people in their lives.
Like,
That's
what's
charming.
the main sort of player experience like? Going into this game, what am I going to be doing? What are we going to be doing?
Well, it's a strategy game, so there's a lot going on in it. And you have to manage your 4 main resources.
Okay.
Which is your money, your alcohol,
I'm not
your
good at any of those.
RPCs, and the time that you have.
Okay.
And time's a ticking, and everybody wants to have the biggest empire. Of course, you start at the bottom at the beginning. But you do a lot of things in this game. You make a lot of crazy decisions.
I get the impression it's like
you sell alcohol
open world,
to, say,
and it's
allies
like
of yours. Well, you can
you
sell some
literally
poison
just do
alcohol.
your best to
kill a lot
run
of
around
other
and
guys.
take over the stuff you want to take
You
over.
won't be allies after that.
I mean,
as you work your way up, and that seems really
You
neat.
do a lot of really underhanded
Kind of hope
stuff.
that's what it is.
Yeah. That sounds
Because that
fun.
sounds
And one of
rad.
these
Whenever they
interesting
zoom
things I
out
was
and they
reading
show
about
the
was about
map
kind
with
of
the buildings
recruitable
like
playable characters. So
colorizing,
you've almost got
that's
they're
really
saying
the
that they're
impression I
quite
get.
like got randomized traits, and then as the game progresses, like their traits can shift, so they could be a bit more reliable, maybe less drunk when they turn up or something.
Well, so you start out, the characters, let's say you and I are both playing a game, and we both start out with Tammy.
Okay.
By the end of the game, your Tammy is going to be different than my Tammy.
Oh,
so your Tammy, depending on how you play the game, and the other characters that you recruit to play with her as well, your Tammy can end up being a serial killer, mine could end up in love.
Wow.
So there's lots of different dynamic character things that build throughout the game that are a reflection of how you play.
That's really interesting. And one other thing I was thinking about was obviously, you know, kind of going to strategy games, sometimes people are sort of like, oh, I just want to kind of hop in for, you know, maybe I don't want to commit sort of a full, you know, stint at it. And you can actually sort of play kind of smaller games. How does that sort of work in the game?
Well, the way we've done it, you can, if you just say, like, this is it, I'm not doing anything for the next many months, you can have a game with all the bosses.
Yeah.
All, like, as much as Chicago as you can probably handle, so you can take the full game, or you can say, no, I just want to play a few
so it
bosses
sounds like
and
it's
have a quick game.
campaign-based, like an XCOM or something.
I do need to go to work at some point in my life.
Where you can be like, I want to play long or short.
Well, it looks really, really fascinating. What do you guys think? It looks really fun, huh? Yeah? So, when can these guys get their hands on the game? That's what we want to know, right? When can we play it? Yeah. What date?
Yeah, I'm actually really looking forward to this title.
When can we play it?
Spring 2020.
Spring 2020.
Right,
so not too long to wait.
but-
Oh, fantastic. Thank you so much, Brenda
Thank
and
you,
John,
thank
for
you.
joining us and for being here. Now, we've got so much more to come, including, I don't know, a smallish, I don't know, what's that game called? Gears 5? I don't know. There's a bit of a showcase of something about that. Like, I don't know. Never heard of it. Later in the show, obviously. But before we get there, a graduation celebration is in order, because from the makers of DayZ comes the next great shoot and loot survival game. And today, we're excited to announce it's out of Xbox Game Preview. Vigor 1.0 officially releases as a free-to-play title today. And to celebrate the launch, they're giving away a custom in-game Xbox jacket. So simply click on the link below to get your hands on that. So basically, just get ready to shoot, loot, look amazing while you're doing it, and build your way to survival success. This is Vigor 1.0.
Why did they drop the of war from Gears anyway?
So fast.
I don't know specifically, but I'm pretty sure there's an interview with Rod Ferguson, who's the guy in charge of the studio, where they talk about that actually explicitly. So if you search for that interview, you might find it.
Norway has become the last stand.
Priya says there's not really a war going on anymore. Well, yeah, maybe that's the case.
Surviving
right?
outlanders.
It's true, eh? Commando Joe says, I just got here. What did I miss? There was a story trailer for NBA 2K20. Real Talk Empire said that's a good point. It's hard to get very excited for this trailer. You know, I don't have any stake in these like player characters who aren't characters shooting in a context that is not quite the same as how it'll actually play. Seeing as it's like a online survival whatever game. The knife turned into the eye. Don't forget your Xbox jack there. Yeah, this is another thing that happens in these shows that I totally forgot about, where it's just like, because it's actually a live format, they just take a minute to play some stuff while everyone like preps.
Now to a guy who is nice enough to send us his on-camera interview requirements. So, you know, we thought we'd return the favor by basically reading that rider out on stage. And I'm not even kidding, this is a direct email that we stole off the Xbox servers. No joke, right. Dear Inside Xbox, I have a multi-dimensional preparation program which I find is key to setting me up for success. And with enough time, this shouldn't be a problem for the team. My request covers key things like organic snacks, specific climate-controlled room, positive color palette, ergonomic seating, performance socks. What's a performance sock? I sort of want it. And fair trade organic sustainable cold brew from the island of Mauritius. It's thoroughly unreasonable. I mean, I thought my rider was ridiculous.
Don't
but
worry,
it's more just to make me not
Google's
look like
Stadia
a drag
Connect
through
is
a
not
hedge
until 1 p.m.
backwards.
So we're good, actually.
Try must. So to catch up with this Xbox mainstay and to find out a bit more, I want to try some of this coffee. We're going to chuck it over to Charlie. Did he bring any? Have you got some?
I can't see any coffee, Julia. I can confirm. I think he might be in his performance socks. Thank you so much. I am here with a guy who is so Xbox, he does insist we call him Greenie. I'm going to ask you for another round of applause because it is, of course, the GM of Xbox Games Marketing. It's Aaron Greenberg. Right, I'm going to kick things off with a very topical question. It's Gamescom this week, or in Cologne. It's wonderful, but Xbox are really turning up this week. What can fans expect from the Open Doors experience and over at the booth?
Well, first I have to say, well played Inside Xbox crew. As you can see, we work hard here, but we try to have fun. And so you guys definitely got me back with that one.
Work hard, play hard.
Listen, this is the year of Gears.
Amazing.
This is the moment people have been waiting for. We know fans are really excited. Just was backstage with Ryan and Rod. They're going to be out here to world premiere Horde. And tons of innovation coming with Horde. This is the biggest Gears ever made. And shortly after this show, the opening of Gamescom, opening night live, the first game you will see is world premiere of Campaign. We have an awesome story asset.
That's a good spot, opening up that show.
As
yeah,
well
all right.
As Kate's story. Rod will be there with Jeff Keighley. So this is a huge, huge day for Gears and Gears fans here with us here and, of course, around the world.
There's tons more games as well. Yeah, go on. Yeah. Okay. I'll give him that. That's definitely warranted. There's lots of other games as well. If they're heading over to the booth, what can people check out?
So,
Kenny Omega
listen,
understaged
Gamescom's
this time.
exciting.
He never got let out.
400,000 fans come, not
He's
just
still
from
under
Germany,
the
but all
stage.
over Europe. So we have a huge booth. We have hundreds of games on display. It's great to see fans get first hands on Minecraft Dungeons. First time anyone's got hands on. Fans will be able to play that in our booth. We've got Bleeding Edge first time hands on. We also have a technical alpha. People want to sign up for that at home. The Rare teams here, people will be playing Battletoads for the first time. Really, really excited. So,
You know, I actually do really want to see Battletoads gameplay. So, like real gameplay.
And they brought some nice surprises with Sea of Thieves as well. First look at duo sloops, and anyone that plays Sea of Thieves this week gets the Halo ship livery for free as a bonus as well.
Pretty good deal.
It is pretty good, but
people here around at home.
For me, my favorite part of Gamescom is all these people right here, the fans.
Just these.
Free Halo ship livery. Amazing.
So while we have a massive booth and we're welcoming those hundreds of thousands of people that come in, this experience here, this huge theater where we're doing this show, the rest of the week is an experience designed just for fans. So to get hands-on, we're gonna have tournaments, we're gonna have panels in a really intimate setting.
I'm back on Thursday doing a Mortal Kombat show, so like, just get involved.
Exactly. We've got a Mortal Kombat tournament. We got the Mountain coming. I mean,
yeah, we do.
I'm gonna try to take that guy down. So yeah, I mean, let's do it. So I'll be here Thursday. We'll be streaming that on Mixer to people that want to watch at home, and it's just great to be able to celebrate with our fans.
Absolutely, and it's not going to be the only way this year, is it? There's something coming up in my neck of the woods, I believe, something called XO19. Can you give us as much information as possible about that?
Yes. If you thought what we were announcing and showing here at Gamescom was huge, just wait until you see XO19. What I love about this, it's a celebration of all things Xbox.
I firmly do not
It will be
think that the stuff you're
biggest
announcing here
inside
is
Xbox
huge.
show of the year. We have tons of stuff we're showing from our internal studios, from third-party partners, a lot of big surprises planned, so you definitely don't want to miss that. Inside Xbox on November 14th, we're doing a 3-day celebration in London at the Copper Box Arena.
In case you missed that, was November 14th, by the way, so get that on the calendar. Gay holiday signed off.
And the best part is not only will we have this massive Inside Xbox, but I want to personally invite all of our fans from around the world to come to London and join us. We're going to have thousands of tickets available. They're only £19. We're giving all of the money and proceeds to charity. September 24th, the tickets go on sale. You can check it out at xbox.com/XO19. But November 14th, mark your calendars. It's going to be huge.
It is indeed going to be rather long.
Yeah, London, Ontario, I wish.
XO19 I want to ask you about. If the games and the date and the fact you're coming to London isn't enough, my piece of paper tells me there's going to be a couple special guests there as well.
Well,
are we flying anyone in?
Yes. Major Nelson will be there.
There we go. Yeah.
He works for Xbox, so that makes sense.
Our head of Xbox Game Studios, Matt Booty, will be there.
Indeed, he will.
He works for Xbox, so that makes sense.
Of course, I will be there, but
the best one.
I work for Xbox, so that makes sense.
And even the big man himself, Phil Spencer, will be
Also
in
works
London
for
for
Xbox,
XO19.
so that
All
makes
of our
sense.
creative teams will be there. Please join us.
I tell you what,
Amazing.
I was going to test you on this. I've literally got
I
a
didn't
piece
think
of
any
paper
of them were
everything
gonna
you
go.
had to say. You smashed it, Aaron.
All right, thank you.
You said absolutely everything, and I think that's pretty much. I think you need to go sit down.
I am.
It's quite intense in this room. So what we're going to do is we're going to throw over to Benny for another world premiere.
Like, I get that it's not a given that, like, Phil Spencer might be at an Xbox event. I get it. He might be busy doing something else.
Got Pedro the fish.
It's
Right?
kind of
That's
an odd
the deal.
thing
And also
to,
bring the
like,
scooter along. Right, I'm
you
so dead.
know,
We've just been whizzing around
talk
the global
about
scooters.
as
It's been great fun.
a
But
bullet
speaking
point,
of
you know?
diplomacy, the upcoming action RPG
Like-
Greedfall has already made waves, and it's not even out yet.
not that
This
exciting.
epic open world adventure takes you through the diverse factions on an island populated by not so nice locals. Now, for the first glimpse, we're getting a glimpse into those characters and relationships that can truly shape the way the game is played.
Brian says
Let's
that you
take a
can
look.
pad for time, Liam. Yeah, that's what's so frustrating about
Today's the
Inside
big day,
Xbox. You
isn't it?
really don't need to spend this
Ready to
much
set
time
sail for
on
that
anything.
Island everyone's
You
talking
could
about.
tighten this thing up so hard.
It
Again,
is said our
we are
people lived
56
peacefully
minutes in. Like,
until
I
the
don't feel
men
like we've
appeared
gotten
from the
56
sea,
minutes worth of
intent
worthwhile
on making
information.
our lands their
This
own.
looks nice, by the way.
In Greedfall, the world and your story
But,
are ever changing based
like,
on
man,
the choices you make. You'll
too
enter
long.
the island of Tyr Freddy, not to act as an assassin.
Oh shit, is
or
this by
soldier.
Spiders?
First and foremost,
Cool.
you are a
They made
diplomat,
Bound by
with all the
Flame was
social
their
powers
last
and
game,
status
which
that come with it.
Not a
You're free to
great
explore
game,
every
but it's
faction
charming.
settlement and deal with the powers that govern each.
That's cool.
To overcome the challenges ahead, you'll need to befriend members of every faction, some of whom will journey, fight, and talk alongside you.
Your Majesty, I shall present you to the governor. Come.
Princess, Majesty, you are most confusing.
Oh, Spider's
But
made
thank you for your help.
Technomancer, really?
Compose your party
I
of
actually
3 from
didn't
anyone
remember
who's
that.
joined you so far. But choose
Maybe I
carefully.
didn't even know
Each
that.
companion brings
Thank you
something
for letting me
different
know.
to combat.
I really thought
Kurt,
Mine by
your
Flame was the
loyal
last game.
master of arms and mercenary of the Coin Guard Guild, makes for a great frontline warrior. Meanwhile, Afra, a talented scientist from the Bridge Alliance, specializes in ranged weaponry, such as rifles and throwable explosive files. Regardless of who you choose, be sure to regularly switch out and upgrade your companion's equipment and weapons, or you may find yourself overwhelmed in battle. During dialogues and diplomacy, your party members will chime in and react depending on your choices and what's being said.
My son, it is clear this woman has no intention of helping us.
I ask you to forgive these foreigners. They do not know our customs.
For example,
I like that,
Siora
like, contextual
is a
dialogue
Tier
because you
native,
brought different people.
fiercely protective of her people's rights. Sides strongly with someone antagonistic to the natives while in her presence, and an angry interruption may force your hand into bloodshed.
Don't tell me that you are going to humor this crazed assassin.
Be sure to pay close attention to your party members' needs. Each has their own story and unique personal quests. Ignoring them for too long may even cause them to leave the party. Petrus is a missionary of Ptolemy with a remarkable way with words and an outwardly fatherly nature that masks deep-rooted ambitions. Vasco, a captain of the Seafaring Naughts, is one of the more secretive, closed members of your party. Spend time with the captain and complete his personal questline, and he'll inevitably open up. Develop close friendships with all of your companions, and some may even lead to romance. Never forget, relationships in Greedfall
Finally, a
can be
girlfriend
as
for
uncertain
me.
as the seas that ravaged Tearford's shores.
Constantine, I'm here. Pull yourself together.
Nothing said or unsaid can be taken for granted. Ultimately, the choices you make will shape the future of the island.
We didn't want this fight.
And the lives of all upon it.
You are too blind. Too
It actually looks really nice,
relaxed to understand.
Pre-order now? Yeah. Bonuses. Vague bonuses. That looks solid though. I dig that.
Gamescom is my favorite part of the summer. And listen, summer is the best time to get on some gaming goodness. And with the Xbox Summer Spotlight sale, it's never been easier to discover your next favorite game. Right now, through September the 10th, get your hands on more than 60 new titles across the Xbox One family at great prices. Plus, for a limited time, you can earn up to 4,000 Microsoft Reward points when you spend $40 on Summer Spotlight titles. Bargain hunt! And with games like No Man's Sky, Overcooked 2, and Vigor on Spotlight, earning those points will be a cool summer breeze. There'll be new games added every week.
Yeah,
so make
Metal
sure
Wolf
to check the
Chaos.
Microsoft Store every Tuesday and follow Xbox on Twitter.
Thank you for that
to keep
highlight.
Up to date until after the boys of summer have gone. Nice little Don Henley reference there for the oldies amongst us. He got it. All right, coming up, we've got Bungie back on the Xbox stage for the first time in years with Destiny 2.
The other day, Devolver put out a little promo piece for Metal Wolf Chaos that like explicitly shows the best friends like part 1 Metal Wolf video.
But first, it's time for
that
another
was pretty
world
rad.
premiere trailer. Fans of the Surge,
Like, literally
get ready
explicitly
because
on
the
the
sequel
screen.
has a
It's dope.
bigger world, tougher enemies, and the most
It's
customizable
liable
exo
that
rig
From Software
ever.
actually
Let's take a
watched the
look.
video.
Welcome to The Surge 2. Set in the ruins of a futuristic city, you must escape a merciless world filled with mysterious military forces, a rampaging cult, and nanomachine monstrosities. You are the survivor
Man, the Surge already
of
had
Flight
pretty good
221,
art, and this looks
with
like
no
a
choice
lot
but to find a
stronger.
way past Jericho City's war-torn walls. Explore the city's intricate and
the
desolate
look of it.
pathways to discover hidden paths and shortcuts. Create your character and survive thanks to your Exo Rig, a powerful mobile machine that gives you increased strength, speed, and endurance. To get new gear, you'll need to take them from your foes. Using the limb targeting system, you can aim for specific body parts.
PSO2 like,
Target a weapon or piece you're interested in, damage it, and then
more
use
in
a
the
brutal
Souls
execution to slice it off. Like every machine, the exosuit can be tuned, adjusted, and upgraded to your liking. Opt for speed and agility, or focus on taking powerful blows to convert them into energy. Your exo-rig is centered around your core power, which dictates how much gear you can attach to your suit. Each piece of armor and every implant comes at a cost, so choose wisely. Most pieces of armor you find have both partial and full set bonuses, allowing you to either specialize or hybridize the way you want to fight. To further customize your exosuit, you also have access to implants and injectables. It just looks good. These provide passive and active bonuses to your character, ranging from effects like predicting parry direction to slowing down time. The Surge 2 features 80 weapons across 9 types, such as the dual-bladed twin rig and the brand new transforming double duty. These weapons range from military security batons to jury-rigged homemade spears. Each weapon has unique attack speeds, ranges, and damage types. No warrior can get by with attacks alone. You have a variety of defensive tools at your disposal, each with their own advantages and uses. Dodging is for those who believe prevention is better than cure, and for those who enjoy a more aggressive defense. For more advanced players, you can use either the duck or the short hop to evade high or low attacks.
Oh, that's cool, actually.
These are followed up by a counterattack, which staggers enemies and opens them up to a
That's actually a
powerful
really
punishing
cool
blow.
option in this game.
Blocking can be used to gain energy, which is the resource used for injectables and finishing moves. A block can be defended if you have enough stamina to withstand the attack. You can take this even further by using the directional parry, which rewards a lot more energy and leaves even the tallest enemies out of balance. Dodging, blocking, and parrying can be used to cancel animations and to extend combos, granting you a wealth of attack possibilities that are up to you to discover. Following you is your faithful combat drone, which can be fitted with several different modules, including EMP grenades, Gatling cannons,
Oh, that's
powerful
fun.
charged lasers,
That makes a lot of
industrial
sense in like a
magnets,
Souls-like
and sniper
game.
rifles.
Having a little flying
These can be
companion,
used
that's
between your
fun,
attacks for
actually.
devastating combos.
Did the first
as
game
well
have
as
that? I
openers
think
and
that's a really
finishers
cool
to your
idea.
fights. The drones can also be used to interact with other players in asynchronous multiplayer.
Yeah, it is a
by
lot like the
tagging
pods
areas with
from Nier.
graffiti
Absolutely.
or placing a special banner
The
in
first
the
one did
world
have that?
rewards
Okay.
you if few players find
That's
it.
super cool. Never knew
Revenge
that.
enemies also appear, powerful foes who have been upgraded by slaying another player. As you get further into the Surge 2, you will discover new implants, new upgrades, new weapons, and new ways to explore, and each of them will be needed to rise above the ruins of Jericho City. The enemies you face will be both man and machine, each bringing a new and deadly challenge. These are the tools at your disposal and will be the means for you to overcome every threat. Survive the Surge 2 on September 24th.
This is an incredibly
on Xbox
long
One.
trailer, but it looks good. I say that just as it ends. Great. Like, you don't need to spend this long on every game, Jesus.
It's been a while since we've had Bungie on the Xbox stage, so I was pleased
This is
as
like
much to be
Bungie's
joined
first
today
huge
by
release
Game
since
Director
they
Ben Womack and Community
got
Manager
Destiny away from
Deej.
Activision.
Let's welcome them to the stage!
The other day they put out, what the other day? They put out over the series, a series of 3 days, a collection
And I
of
believe today you're
huge,
going to be
massive
talking a little bit
write-ups
about
by
kind
Luke
of
Smith
the
about like the
finisher moves
state
and
of
how these
Destiny,
takedowns are
and they
going to
were
be
really
affecting
interesting
the
reads.
combat of the game,
It's
like, because it looks very
a
exciting.
massive wall of text.
I'm the most
to
excited.
go through.
I don't know.
But, like, it's really
Have you met Leah?
I'm almost vibrating with
in-depth
excitement.
about the content
I know,
and the
you've
current
got some
landscape
competition
of
there.
Destiny
Please
2.
tell us absolutely everything in excruciating detail. I don't think anyone will mind.
All right, everyone sit down. We're going to half an hour. No. We'll start with finishers are very simply another element of the combat, another tool that you'll be able to take into Destiny combat that lets you finish off an enemy with a flourish when they're at low health. So you're going to see them get this kind of glow and a dot appear over their head, and you're going to rush in by hitting the finisher button, and you're just going to eliminate them right away.
At the style.
Yeah, okay.
It's awesome.
That
It feels
is
super
amazing.
great, very satisfying.
Yeah, and so I can see
Makes me
there's
think
one
of,
for, there's one for a
Revenge
hunter,
and
one for a
Sakura.
warlock, one for a titan. Is there one for every subclass as well within that?
There's different class-oriented finishers,
Okay,
and
yeah.
everyone, when Destiny 2 Shadowkeep launches, will get all 3 of those finishers.
Ooh, very exciting. And what I'm noticing here is while we're playing, obviously we're cutting through a lot of footage here, but it doesn't seem like there's any cooldown between finishers either. You can kind of just, can you rampage
Oh
through
yeah, I guess
and
it
just
is like the
finish,
melee
finish?
finishers.
Oh yeah,
from
you can
Doom, right?
rampage.
It's true. The glory
However, there
kills.
are more things you can do with finishers aside from just eliminating the enemy.
Yes.
With Armor 2.0, we're taking a lot of customization and RPG elements and inserting them into the action game.
Okay.
So once you start digging that system, more things become possible with finishers. All of a sudden, you can say,
Yeah,
hey,
I read about this
I'm going
Armor
to
2.0
take my
stuff,
artifact,
and it's
I'm going to earn one of
pretty
these
fucking
mods at the
in-depth.
end.
Yeah.
It's a collectible now. It's not a consumable.
Uh-huh.
And that one right there, probably my favorite one.
Like,
If
look
you
at all
finish
this
an
shit,
enemy with that mod
how you get
equipped,
to
you will
upgrade your
spawn
armor.
a heavy ammo brick for your
pretty
entire fire team.
interesting, actually.
Wow, that's incredible.
But it will cost half of your super.
Oh, okay, that's a heavy cost as well. on
Don't
top
get
of that, good
everything
lord.
for free in life. There's
I
always
know.
a catch.
And imagine doing that in the
Unfortunately
raid, though, and you're like, oh, yeah.
Well, see, this is
Right?
the
God, these
thing. Now we don't have
costumes.
heavy ammo synths.
Ugh,
We've,
Destiny's
we're
art's
creeping
so
back
good.
in. I'm a big fan of that. Thank you.
Maybe
And yeah,
one day
combat
I'll
mods
play
are,
Destiny
that
2.
sounds like a really good way
I've
to,
always felt like I
you
want
know,
to
if
kind
you
of
wanna
wrap up
spice
all
the
the
gameplay a
content
little
I
bit, you
missed
can
in
add
the
a
first
combat mod in
Destiny, but
instead.
maybe I
Maybe
should just move
sacrifice
on
a bit
at
more
a certain
utility. Maybe be less selfish is what I'm thinking.
Well, there's totally selfish ones, too.
Oh, okay,
Yeah,
go on,
yeah,
go
no,
on. Yeah.
There's ones that will recharge your health. There's the
Oh.
exotic, the Assassin's Cowl that'll make you go invisible. So a lot of
yeah,
play
that's-
styles open up when you start looking at the finisher mods and putting them around.
Wow, and it just seemed like the whole system is really just geared towards personalization of your character, which
Yeah,
is
we're opening up a whole new world of options that let you build the perfect monster killing machine, as we've been saying in the studio.
Delicious.
So if you have a Guardian, or if you have yet to create a Guardian, you can create a hero for this game that is really a reflection of who you are. It fights the way you want to fight. It looks the way you want to look. We even just took a look at some of the different options that we have in the game for selecting your difficulty, so that you can go in and you can play Destiny exactly the way you want to play it. You can earn extra rewards for taking bigger risk. If you stand toe-to-toe with your enemies and you use a finishing move, you can, what were some of the things we were talking about before? You can
charge your health, you can go invisible, you can spawn ammunition for you and your team,
Yeah.
and more,
Lovely.
more beyond that.
And that doesn't come without risk, does it? Are you invulnerable when you do these
You
finishing
are
moves?
not.
You are
Oh.
not invulnerable.
I
So when you've got
watched
that one guy on your fire team who just can't help himself and has to do a finishing move, and then he dies. and
That's
you're just,
me.
Thanks for ruining my flawless run.
Well, it's exciting. You see that glow across
Exciting.
the battlefield, and like, if I get that guy, I can get that, that rocket, I need it. And so you rush across, and but you know,
Can
it's
you
a
do it
risk
on
reward.
the really big bosses?
You can't do it on the really big bosses.
Okay. Oh. I'll accept
You can do it on everything below.
But speaking of personalization, you're also here to talk about what players can do to turn that personal challenge up to 11. Deej, can you tell us the secret to creating the elitist of elite guardians?
I think it's really about making sure that it fits the way you like to fight. So if you're the type
elitist
of player that
elite
likes to get up
guardians. Yeah,
close
I
and
want to have a
personal with
guardian
punching,
who like
if you got that
gets
Titan
angry when
sensibility about
people want to
yourself.
play an easier Sekiro.
Finishing moves are going to be exactly
how I
the
want
thing
my
that you're going to
guardian
want to
to
do.
be.
If you like to hang back, if you're the sniper, if you're not really into the risk reward thing, the nice thing is that
Stronger
some of these
together,
benefits
right? Oh, wait,
are
no, that's
shareable
Anthem.
across the team.
Nice.
So somebody who
It's
rushes
not a
in and does a
Destiny line.
finishing move could drop heavy ammo on the floor to share with their friends.
Yeah.
So that Destiny's all about teamwork. It's all about playing with the other people that are on your fire team, getting to know your friends and the way they play. The way you play really complements the way they play. That's the ultimate team right there.
I feel like Leah seems to be really judgmental. I don't think I'm quite up to the challenge. Right. But what do you guys think? Does that sound pretty ace? You big Destiny fans? Right, that's what we want to hear. So I suppose most importantly, we need to find out when can they get their hands on Shadowkeep? Well, I keep forgetting you're so loud every time I ask that question.
Wait, he actually couldn't hear it?
Like,
That's
when
funny.
can we play the game?
Play the game on October 1st.
Okay, so that's not so long. That's not so long.
It's
So far.
Well, it's really long for Leah, not
I
so
know,
far for everyone
counting
else.
every minute. Guys, it's been an absolute pleasure. Thank you so much for being here. Now, thank you. Now over to Benny with the latest from Metro Exodus.
All I'm
Oh,
going to say
fuck,
is I cannot
man.
wait for
This is
Leah
a
to
bad
carry me
idea.
through a
I
raid.
shouldn't
It's going to be
have
really
streamed this.
appreciated. But Metro Exodus fans, listen up, because this next announcement is lit. The newest expansion is nearly here, and it brings with it a new story,
Hashtag
classic
lit,
Metro
guys.
gameplay, and a weapon that is literally fire. In the Two Colonels expansion, we follow Colonel Klebnikov during the last days of life
Colonel
in Nova
Klebnikov,
Bisk.
totally
Novo
on
Bisk.
fleek.
I've been trying to say that all day. Right, and everyone is now laughing at me. I got the first one. All right, but a story that helps guide Colonel Miller's mission to discover the reason for the extinction a year later. And the weapon of choice, well, a flamethrower, of course. If you're new to the franchise or want to relive the Metro saga, including Metro 2033, Metro Last Night, and Metro Exodus, they're all available right now on Xbox Game Pass. Now, let's see that flamethrower in action. It's time for another world premiere. Roll it.
Like, world premiere without any of the excitement, you know? I mean, you know, in all fairness, I guess if you're actually a fan of Metro Exodus, then there might be some excitement here for you.
Looks like that lie in Moscow.
But, like, just telling us what it is before we get in is so bleh.
When is he coming back?
Show. You ever hear about show don't tell? You ever hear that concept? Whoever directs these shows didn't.
In the hands of our enemies, truth may be dangerous. We must carefully choose who we can entrust with it and who we cannot.
Are you ready to face your maker?
The truth that might scare them must be kept secret for their own good.
Prior to this, finish the Sonic 06 LP, gotta ask, why do you like the realistic humans? I hate it. I don't know. I just like it a lot better than the ones in Unleashed. I hate the super cartoony humans in Unleashed. I much prefer the realistic humans. I don't know what exactly about it I like more. Maybe it's because when I see the cartoony humans, I feel like it's just like, we want to make a Pixar game. But I'd rather just keep being what it was before.
We both served the great lie because we both made ourselves believe it was necessary. But now, I can find
the Spagonians, that was
in
it.
the eye.
Sonic Unleashed. The Spags. these fake slurs with this fake race.
At the end of the trailer, the two Colonels
Can't say any of these things. They all sound so bad.
News for Metro Exodus fans, eh?
I completely agree, but now, if games have the power to
Is
bring
that a real
people
slur?
together,
I had no
then
idea.
this next title is the glue to a family of fans, unlike any other.
That's right. Gears of War is a solid gold Xbox classic and has one of the strongest, most passionate, and most supportive communities anywhere in video games. So let's take a look at how Gears has gone beyond the game and built unbreakable bonds of family all over the world.
I think we can find you answers there.
Where are we going?
Back to where
Oh, it looks so nice. Good cut. Great cut.
Many believe that Gears of War has what it takes.
Oh, I like
to be
this
one of the most
footage.
successful
Show me
video
more
game
of this
franchises
footage.
of all time.
Since day one, my brother and I just built that strong bond, just like Dom and Marcus did.
Playing Gears of War has changed me because it brought me into a world of looking at games as more than just games.
People that are playing these games now grew up playing these games, and they've seen Marcus and Baird and Dom go through all of the trials and tribulations that they have, and now there's this new generation, and the fans get to grow with the characters.
We're basically minutes away before going on stage in front of millions of people and introduce the world to Gears 5.
I don't think people really give Gears its due for the influence it's had on modern video games.
Woo! Yeah! Shit, yeah! Woo!
I felt like you were playing a game, but you were also watching a movie.
Dom! No!
Gears fan base is like the most passionate fan base I've ever been exposed to.
They're so warm and welcoming, and they love this game, and they're passionate about it. When you meet them in person, it's almost as if everybody knew each other to begin with.
Whether you're in it for the story or the characters or the camaraderie, it's just constantly giving fans something to care about.
You're a goddamn cow! A coward!
And you can tell when a game has a little bit of magic in it, because there's something about it that pulls you in, that makes you go, oh, that is so cool.
I've never wanted a game to come out this badly.
There's nothing else like that.
And the amazing team at the Coalition is working hard to bring you our most ambitious Gears of War title yet, Gears 5.
legitimate chills. Trying not to tear up. Trying not to tear up.
Gears
But
community is so special.
oh, I mean, I think we got a fair bunch of them here, to be
Guadalo
honest.
says,
And
remember
now
when
it's
every
come to
game was a
time to
chest-high
show
wall
that you've
cover-based
all been
shooter? I
waiting
know,
for.
right?
A first look
You know,
at
that,
PS5
that's definitely
Yes, I am
true, that,
absolutely
that,
loving
that bit where they expressed that it
Here
kind of
now
created a
is the world
legacy
premiere
somewhat.
trailer
It was
for Gears
so
5
incredibly
Horde mode.
inspiring to so many developers. Like, so many devs caped off of it hard, and we ended up with like hundreds and hundreds of games hyper directly inspired by the first Gears of War specifically. I mean, it was really amazing when it first came out. Even though a lot of the things within it were seen in previous games like individually, it wasn't until Gears that like a lot of those elements got kind of collected into one. Plus, Gears was like a fucking technical showpiece at the time. The visuals of games would be inspired directly by Gears for like the next 5 years pretty fucking hard. Yeah, Horde mode too, it's true. That sort of survival mode definitely existed before, but like Gears really popped Horde mode off. You're right.
Oh yeah! Watching every move you enact on. Help me secure the tap. Step is your last one. Yeah. Hordes deployed. Getting closer. Make a wrong move and it's game over.
Has Gears always been a hero shooter? No, not at all.
Here they come.
This would be the first as far as I know.
Play 4 days early with Xbox Game Pass Ultimate.
Shit, I'm only gonna have regular Game Pass. If I have to play 4 days late. Man, that's such a shitty way of looking at it, isn't it? Saying 4 days
I
late.
might just keep clapping. I don't think I'm never going to stop clapping.
Just how
I'm
we
such a
like
pessimist.
Just clap like in the segment. Well, in that we saw gameplay, ultimates, and sorry, Graham, but one very badass-looking drone.
Yes, mate.
But before we bring the coalition to the stage, Xbox's Catalina Macedo caught up with the team to take a deeper look into Horde for Gears 5.
I'm Katarina and I'm here at the Coalition
Whoa, this
Studio.
hallway
Today
is
I'll be
sick.
talking with studio head Rod Ferguson
Put that
and
in the
multiplayer
game.
design director
I
Ryan
want a hall
Cliven
like that
about
where
the
I live.
upcoming Gears 5 Horde mode. Just being here at the studio, you can really feel the excitement and the passion that went into this game and this mode. So let's go check it out.
We always talk about co-op as cake and not icing.
Just
that
keep shooting with this
co-op is
hallway, it's
central
so
to what it
good.
is to be Gears, and so I feel like Horde is sort of a really large expression of that with 5-player co-op.
Everything started with Gears 2 Horde. It was lightning in a bottle. It was, you know, what people look back on as the defining defensive game mode through all of games. It was the idea that you were going to be doing this as an endurance run, as a 3-hour epic experience, and a mode like without any cutscenes, without any, you know, character development, without any story, had to hold people's attention for 3 hours.
Yeah, it's true. You could play incredibly long sessions in Horde,
And with
couldn't
Gears
you?
5, what we feel
I
that
never
we've
really
done
like
really
played
is
Horde super hard.
almost the complete realization of what
I guess that's
Gears
true,
2
huh?
set out to be.
The big thing for us now is this idea of ultimates. There's basically characters used to be just defined by the weapons they carried, and you were all the same. You just looked kind of different, and you know, because you all could carry the same weapons. But now every character has its own ultimate ability, its own special ability it can bring to the game that changes how you play.
You can look over and see Kate trying to gather power, and you know that she has an ability to turn herself invisible, so you don't need to worry if she gets in a tough fight.
There's also a really big thing called taps now, which are these energy geysers that show up around the map. Because generally when you find in Horde, you would like lock in on a particular place and you would defend from that place for the entire 50 waves. Now, in order to get as much power as possible, to get as strong as possible, you actually have to like move and expand your base to go and capture those energy
Well,
taps.
that's thoughtful.
And
I
every
like
10
that.
waves, once you beat that boss, a new energy tap appears and you have to go and capture it. So it's really changed the dynamic where now it's much more aggressive than it was in the past.
For the first time, your character will start with all the cards that they've already equipped, but they will then increase the power of those cards and increase the power of their core abilities over the course of the game. And that progression is then reset, and you can do it again the next game. And this means that every game feels fresh. If you can try a different combination of perks that work with your cards in a specific way.
Seeing people make a certain build, like here's a Kate build, I use these cards with these perks, and here's a Dell build, and I think it will be really exciting to see them mix and match. And
Man,
see
I
these
once got in a
different
really
playstyles come
petty
together.
argument with someone about a game that
One of the
featured
things that we've done
cards
that is
like this.
subtle but super
And I was like,
important
it's not a
is
card
that
game.
whenever you
And they're
pick
like,
up
but you
power,
collect
which
the
is the
cards and
currency
they're
in
randomly
Horde,
distributed.
that power
And I'm like,
gets
but it's just
equally
gear.
distributed amongst
It's not
everyone.
a card game.
And that
Like,
means that if you see some
because
power
there's
on the
cards
ground,
doesn't mean
everyone
it's a
will
card
want you to
game.
pick it up.
And he replied to me with like a
And then we've added
like a
stuff to give
green
more
text
information to
just
the
because
players
there's
and things
cards
like
doesn't mean a
health
card
bars
game,
over,
and then accused me
bosses
of
and
being a
mini-bosses.
huge idiot.
so
And I'm like,
there's
oh my
little
god,
feedback
like
mechanisms, and it allows you to play
what am I?
differently because
What are words?
Now I can see
like,
that the mini boss is on very little health, so I know like
it
I'm
was
gonna get
the fucking
aggressive because I know I
worst.
can do it.
It was like the
I can
most
see,
depressing
they've slept a lot, so I'm
conversation.
gonna hold back.
To take characters and push them even further, we've added Jackbot as a playable character inside Horde. It's one of the most pivotal roles on the battlefield. Jack can fly anywhere on the map. He moves really quickly, faster than anybody else. He can heal people, repair things. Really, he's the jack of all trades, and you really want him to be your best buddy. Over time, we're gonna add new characters, and with each character we add, the meta will change. We will have different combinations of strengths. We'll have different team compositions that will be beneficial to certain kinds of players.
Very similar to that.
Every time we add a new character and every time we add a new map,
GTA is a racing game.
what we hope to see
yeah,
is the Horde
bingo.
community come together to explore this space and show us what the best combination of characters is.
Once
And
got
so
in an
that idea
argument
of
about
finding
whether or not
5 people who know how to balance the classes and how to balance the characters and know what the objective is.
That makes
and
you
what
think
you're
of
trying to
Metroid
do, and
Prime.
everybody's playing
where
together.
people are
in
like, it's not a
lockstep with each other.
first-person shooter,
There's
it's a
nothing more
first-person
special than
adventure
having that
game.
alignment and
Nintendo
succeeding
calls
on
it a
that goal.
first-person
It's
adventure
really,
game, so it's a
by
first-person
far, from our point of
adventure.
view,
Actually,
the most intense,
it's a first-person
engaging,
adventure game.
action-oriented, fierce,
hate
epic
that so
defensive
much.
mode
Like-
there is in video games.
I really like that Horde creates a dependency where you work together as a team, and you can be successful kind of, lone wolfing it, but not as successful as coming together. It's sort of our motto for the studio. We always say if you want to go
Aren't all
fast, go
video
alone,
games
but
an
if you want to go
adventure? I
far,
know,
go
right?
together.
You could just
And that's
append
true for Horde as
adventure
well.
to like
It's been so
80%
exciting to
of
be
video
here today.
games,
As a
and
Gears
it would
fan
it'd be
since Gears
fine.
1, I cannot wait to get my hands on the new Horde mode and all the new features. If you're a Game Pass Ultimate subscriber, you can get Gears 5 on September 6th. For everyone else, the game will be available on September 10th.
That was an incredible first wave to showcase Gears 5 Horde mode. Now, can I get a huge round of
No, that
applause
was like the
for
worst
Rob
way to
Ferguson
showcase
and Ryan
Gears
Cleveland
5
for
Horde
joining
mode.
us here
I'm
on
really
Infinite.
sorry to be so pessimistic about this, but there are lots of better, more concise ways to show Gears 5 Horde mode.
Those ultimates are like, can you tell us a little bit more about those? Because they look amazing.
Yeah, the ultimates, each one of them is unique to the character. They're really something that we see like both defines them as well as creates a really great relationship with the team. We've got Kate going invisible. We've got JD that could call in like a giant artillery strike. We've got Dell who can summon trackers to help him out. Each one of them, you're gonna have to find the character that works for you and works best for the team.
And they're per character, so it's not on a per role thing. So even if you have multiple engineers, each different character will have their own ultimate, so you can still mix and match.
That's going to be really cool. I think that's one of the great things I'm excited about is all those different play styles that you can find to kind of suit your personal play style.
Yeah, that's one of the things that like we were talking about. Like this is probably the deepest Horde we've ever done, even though it's still super accessible. But the deepness allows you to go in and set your skills, what character you want will give you your ultimate, but also that when you're collecting that power, you're not just feeding the engineer. Like in Gears 4, you're basically collecting power to get the engineer to build. Now you have perks, which you can go in and say, oh, I want to do more damage, I want to do more headshots, I want more ammo, I want more health. So as you're playing, you have this in-game progression that you can change who you are in the moment. And so you have out-of-game progression in the
Sorry,
cards,
this has
and
been
you have
asked, but
in-game
have you dabbled
progression
in
in
new
the perks.
firearms?
It sounds like you
Yeah,
get
I
like
played
mad
quite a
theory
bit.
crafting with that. Just like, all right, if I get this combination, yeah, these
11 or
teammates
12
and
now.
Yeah, it'd be cool. But
with
talking about
Edelgard,
accessibility,
'cause,
one of the
course,
things you talked to us about in Vancouver is all the different
so
difficulty
good.
settings players are going to have access to.
It's
Can you
nice
tell
to
us a little
have,
bit more about that?
Yeah, I
like,
mean, one of the big things for us is
to
realizing
me,
that Gears
an
was going to be day and
unambiguously
Game
great
Pass,
Fire Emblem
Game
game
Pass, was
again. honestly.
we realized we're going to have a bunch of people maybe
It's
who've
so
never played the
nice.
game before.
Yeah.
And so we wanted to create a lot more accessibility to the game, and whether that's accessibility
still have a
features in
shit
terms of
lot
height
to
control,
play
we
on
have
it,
things
too.
like single
I
stick
don't know if I'm
control,
gonna do all
ability
the
to turn off
enemies,
camera
though,
shake, and all
'cause
those sorts of things.
it's
But
a
even
lot.
also from the
It's a
point
big
of Jack
game.
was created from a perspective of being accessible,
How many times
because
did you watch
maybe
the
some
Streets of
people
Rage trailer? I watched it like 4 times, once live, and then I watched it a couple times
but
between.
the idea of like going to the cover,
It didn't
and pixel
click with
hunting,
me the first
shooting,
time I
and all
watched
those
the
sorts of things
trailer,
that
by
Jack
the way,
doesn't have that.
because
Jack
I
floats
guess I'm a
above cover.
dumbass, but
Jack does
Cherry
areas
Hunter
effects
is a new
attack.
character.
So if you have somebody who's just
Cherry
new to the
Hunter,
game, they can
that's
come in as a
Adam's
support
daughter.
bot, and they can help
Holy
you, they can
shit.
heal you, they
Blew
can
my
keep
fucking
you, like,
mind
you
when
know,
I
buffed up,
realized
they
when
can
it
go and
clicked.
repair stuff, they
And
can
I was
pick up
like, oh my
weapons
god,
for
it's
you, so
true. She's
they
wearing
don't have
Adam's
to be
colors,
like
yellow
ball
shirt.
balancing shotgunning, they can actually just be part of your team.
And we really wanted to make them like a really critical
Incredible.
part of the team. It
Finally,
wasn't just
some
about
good
having
fucking food,
like a
you know?
support class that sort of stands at the back
So
and
I'm,
does
like,
nothing.
double
Jack is
pumped for
super
her now
critical.
that I
We really
realize she's Adam's
wanted to envision
daughter.
him as your best buddy, as
Yeah.
like your best friend.
And when I
like,
was
each of the
watching
other
with that
classes,
context, I
want
realized
Jack-
that, like,
I
yeah,
want-
she
I
shares a
want-
bunch
I
of
want Jack
moves.
to follow
Like
me,
the
and
one
that
where
is
she
something that now
grabs
there's
an
so much
enemy
demand
and
for
like
Jack. When they're playing
punches
him, you just
while like
constantly
hanging
feed like
onto
you're
the
feeding
enemy.
all these
That's
little
like
birds.
And he has
Skate's
a crazy
move.
ultimate. Like he has, we call it hijack.
Yeah,
that's
because we're
good.
big about puns
The
in
hunters
Vector.
all share moves. I love
And so
it.
hijack is basically shoots a dart into an enemy and then takes control. So it possesses
One
that
day we'll
enemy.
get to play as
So if
Adam
you have
again.
something coming at you like a
One-
Scion with a
one
boom
day.
shot, you can take it over, and now Jack player becomes a Scion with a boom shot and can help destroy the enemy with that.
That's so cool.
Everyone's just going to want to be Jack's best friend. It's like, trust me, I'll take you out for dinner. Don't worry about it. You know, just follow me around in Gears.
exactly.
We'll be good.
Doesn't sound like quite enough glory for Benny, unfortunately, though. With that in mind, what sort of sets Horde mode in Gears 5 apart from the previous iterations? You obviously told us a lot already, but...
Yeah, I mean, that's probably there's really a bunch of big differences. One is the ultimates. The other is this power tap that
Yeah,
Ryan and
Adam's
the team
my
came up
favorite in
with,
the
which is
first
probably
game
you
as
better
well.
Yeah,
explain.
so like we've added
He's like the
power
worst
taps,
character,
which you
but
saw
he's
in
my
the
favorite
video,
by far.
which really add an element of territory control. We wanted to make Gears 5
Oh my god,
not
this
only
is
the
still
deepest,
going.
but also
Like,
provide
this is,
other ways
you know,
to be
this is
successful
great
by not just
content for
building
someone who really
fortifications.
wants to watch
So the
about
power
Gears,
taps
but like,
appear every
I really
like,
don't
10
agree with
waves
showing
after you
this
kill
sort
a
of
boss.
content like
And
this
that means
in
that
this
you
sort
have
of
to
show.
really understand whether you want
You
to move your
know,
base or
like
just
you're
let
making
it
a
go.
show for a
They're
more
optional.
general audience.
However, they do provide a
I
ton
don't
of
think you
power
should
to power up
be
your perks, to
providing
buy fortifications
15
with.
minutes of
So if you
Gears
decide
of
to leave
War
them alone, it's at your own
content,
peril.
especially
However,
when
if
it's only
you're
one game mode.
ambitious
We are
and
an
your team knows
hour
what
and
they're
a
doing,
half into
they
this
can
fucking
slowly
thing. Holy
expand
shit.
their base to control more territory for more rewards.
Yeah.
Lots of options. Well, now from software to hardware. Get it? Because of the hoodie. At any rate, let's take a closer look at something Gears fans everywhere are sure to salivate over. It's the limited edition Gears 5 Xbox One X. We recently caught up with some
Yeah, I
of
saw
the
that
minds
Blasphemous
behind
release
the
date.
design.
That game
Take a
looks
look.
really good.
I always
Hope I get
want
a chance
Gears
to
to
play it.
stand unique in the way that it pushes
Missed the
on
Nintendo
innovation
indie thing. Any other
and
big
storytelling
announcements
in the
besides Streets of Rage
hardware.
4?
And that was the
Actually,
hard
so
part
actually
for us.
Streets
Like,
of Rage 4
okay,
wasn't
what
at
are
the
we doing
Nintendo
with
indie
this?
thing.
What
Would have
story
been
are we
nice, but
telling?
hey.
How we make it feel premium? And that
There
was
was
the
some
biggest
nice stuff.
challenge.
Super
When
Hot
we were
and,
designing the
Hotline Miami
console,
1
we
and 2
imagined
came out
that
on the
Kate was
spot,
walking
which was
across
cool.
a frozen
There's
lake,
this one,
like the one that you see in the E3
shooter
trailer, and
that's
something
like
in
a
the ice
co-op
catches her eye,
shooter where you
and
play as
she
toys.
leans
That
over
looks really
and
nice.
clears a patch
I
of
can't remember
snow,
the name.
and she
It's
sees
not
a
very
reflection
inspiring.
of the Omen looking back at her. In reality, there are
pretty nice event.
electronics in this
Not-
console. There's no
nothing
way we can
mind-blowing, but
put,
it's
you know,
pretty
an
nice.
Omen 2 inches
New game by Shinet too.
inside of
which
it.
is cool.
So we had to create an optical illusion that would make it look like there was an Omen trapped underneath the ice.
That's a cool
We were
Xbox.
able to express the idea by laser etching these ice
Oh my
cracks
god.
around
Footage
the
of laser
Omen.
etching
We've
is like
never
the
laser
coolest
etched
thing.
that much before.
This
I
is
mean,
like the
laser
coolest
etching is
thing
all
in
over
this
the
whole
console.
thing.
The ice is cracking all
Is
over
that
the
how you
console.
laser
Even
etch
the
something?
controller After Kate
That's
Diaz
so
was really
cool.
unnatural because she's like the main
Wait, go back to that.
character
Go
in the
back to
game,
that.
and she is
That's
exploring this
really
Arctic
cool.
environment environment. She wears an Arctic armor, which is new in the game, which was exciting to us.
Whatever we were going to work with in terms
No,
of
I've never seen
accessories and
laser
hardware,
etching before.
we wanted
That's so
to
cool.
family with what the console was going to look
I gotta
like.
look that up after.
And so we were able to work with Seagate on some amazing 5 terabyte and 2 terabyte drives that look basically like mini versions of the console.
Oh,
with
those
the-
look
so
so
kind of
cool.
Look perfect right next to it. And we worked with Razer on like keyboard and mouse.
Those don't look
It's one of
quite
the
as
first,
cool.
I think, wireless keyboard and mouse for the console. And then get
Seagate
a full family
killing
of
it on
products that
those
all
hard
fit together.
drives.
So working with Rod is an awesome experience every time. He understands how to point out the meaningful moments that we can really pick up on as industrial designers and bring into the physical world. We always walk away from these design collaborations with him feeling like this product is so authentic. Like it couldn't be
Yeah,
any
they
more
said 5
authentic because
terabyte,
it's-
right? 2 and
it's
5
so
terabyte?
closely
That's
tied
nuts.
to all of our conversations
5 is
with
an
him.
insane amount.
And
I like some of these fans who are here who are just like, I should look straight at the camera right now.
I want it so much.
Massive congrats to the team designing that, because that is incredible. And the hard drive.
But it looks so cute right next to it.
Martelo
But
says
that's not
best
all
of
we've got to
show,
talk about today.
the
You've
cool
also got some
Xbox.
news,
You're
with our
fucking
friends over
right.
at Valve. Can you
Yes.
tell us a bit more about that?
So the first time
Half-Life
we're coming
3,
to
let's
Steam,
go.
and today you can start pre-ordering today for Gears 5 on Steam, and there'll be crossplay, so it's going to be awesome.
Yeah.
Crossplay. Love it.
Absolutely excellent. But that's not the only partnership news for Gears today, Rod. Rod, please.
Yeah.
Tell us what Gears plans to do with Halo.
No, I want more
We
Terminator.
talked about the Ultimate Edition.
Show
we
me
talked
the
about being
Terminator
Ultimate
again.
Game Pass. We didn't really talk about what you get for doing that. So we're really happy to announce that we're actually putting in 2 characters from Halo Reach. Are going to be coming to Gears of War. So we have Kat and Emil.
Calm down.
And so they're going to be coming, and they have their own roles. They'll be playable in Horde and Escape and Versus, and you're going to have their own ultimates. You want to talk about the 2 ultimates?
Yeah, so we really tried to be very authentic to Halo while still making it kind of integrate into the Gears world. So we've got the drop shield on Emil, and that we looked at Reach and we wanted to make something that Halo fans would really recognize as a true drop shield. And then we've got the hologram on Kat, and it's she's the subterfuge expert, and so she's going to distract the enemy while everybody else goes and does something else.
And it's the same actors. So we went out and we got the original cast, and so after a decade, we brought them back into the booth and we re-recorded.
It's the small details, and you know what? We've got a video that shows off exactly that. Check it out. Looks amazing.
Oh, these 2. Okay. I don't know any of the character names for Reach, but I always liked the suit designs in Reach. So I recognize them now. Especially the guy with the skull helmet. That one's easy to remember. They look really good, actually. They're really well realized here.
Like, it just looks amazing. Every time I've seen it, I've gone, that looks sick.
It's just natural.
And it's nice that it goes beyond the characters. As you can see, they got custom weapon skins, custom
But like,
banner,
you should have
custom
just played the
art, like all
video,
customization stuff that
you
we have
know,
as
instead
well.
of talking about it
It's,
for like
I cannot
3
wait to
minutes.
kind of like get my hands on with
You
it.
should have just played the
We're
video
talking partnerships,
and then talked about it.
You've also got a clothing partnership, which I've lived in for like since E3.
Literally, you have to peel it off. Please, when you wear something
all
else.
these weird shirts they're wearing.
Washing, please.
Yeah, I mean, we've been working with the folks at Bathing Ape to create their. They have an ape line that you got a tease
Bathing
of at
Ape,
E3 with
really?
our blue.
Wow, no kidding.
And you can see we're doing it as in-game as well, so that blue is coming to inside the game.
They make some really cool
that
designs.
you can wear as part of.
Actually,
piece of
I didn't
sort of,
expect
the camo
to
outfit.
be like, oh
and
shit,
then we're actually
they got a
doing
real
physical line,
company
which
for
is going
this.
to be in red now. Our
Like
red
I was
camo,
like
which is going to be
expecting them to be like, yeah, we're working with the Gap
I think it's
kids or
Xbox.com
something.
Stay
but-
there.
I'm just wondering, I just want to get my hands on it. I hear a red one, I've got a blue one, I need the red.
Needs the set.
Yeah, it looks really, really cool. And it's a different styles than what you saw from the blue at E3 and different designs. And so I was intending to bring it with me today, but customs was fun. So,
Honestly, it's probably a good job you didn't.
It wouldn't have made it out of here, I'm going to be honest.
Although I do enjoy the Canadian uniform you're wearing for me, so I appreciate that. It's very much appreciated.
I'm going for the red theme already, right? I just need the hoodie.
You need a bigger beard, though, if you're going to go lumber sexual. You need a bigger beard.
It doesn't grow. I tried. That's the main thing. But also, the streetwear lover in me is keen on what's in store for Gears and Bathing Ape. How can I get my hands on the hoodie?
Says get a free piercing at Claire's if you can survive a 3-hour
they
horde.
have stores like in New York and LA.
It's like the fucking free tacos with
limited on the
quinoa.
Xbox Gear store, and then again you can get it in game.
All right, amazing.
I'm just going to wear matching hoodies in game.
That's going to be it.
Change
They're
that
very excited.
Now
Rod, you might be done off stage, but you're going straight to the Gamescom
that's actually
opening
like
night broadcast. Can
one
you
of
tell us
Bathing
what's
Ape's
going on?
like
label
things,
so
they're not gonna
since
change
E3,
it.
we've heard a lot of people asking about like, well, what about the campaign? We talked about
Bathing Ape
about
also
Escape,
has
we're going
shirts
to talk
that just say
Versus, we're going to talk
Bape,
Horde, which we were doing.
P-A-P-E.
People want to know about campaign, so I'm going over to talk to Jeff Keighley, and we're going to put out a new story trailer. All real-time cinematics is all from the story, from the game itself, and we're going to talk a little bit more about Gears.
I'm so excited. But I've just got to ask everyone in here, can we just get a huge round of applause for the Gears?
I don't think it's a secret. You just got to ask.
Ryan, thank you so much for joining us. All right, and I think it's safe to say we cannot wait for September 10th when Gears 5 officially launches. And don't forget,
Gears 5
Price says
Ultimate
he thought
Edition
this was
launches
boring. Wait for the
September
campaign
6th,
stuff. But you know,
included
at least
on
the
Xbox
campaign
Game
stuff in the
Pass
Jeff Keighley
Ultimate.
show
I'm
is
so
going to
excited.
be
So
brief.
who's going to be picking
Like,
up
it'll
on the 6th?
probably
Who's gonna be
cap
playing
out
it?
at 7 minutes
I think I'm gonna be
tops.
there.
You know what I mean?
But that's all from us here at Gamescom.
So,
Remember,
at
the
very
fun
least, it
continues
won't be
next
composed
month
with
more
of like
Inside
3
Xbox
separate
on September
interviews, you know,
24.
so
And keep up with
I have a hard
everything
time
Gamescom,
thinking
when Xbox On
of
goes
seeing the
live on
campaign
mixer.com
stuff as
/Xbox
more
On
dull than
Tuesday
this.
and Wednesday, starting at 5 p.m. British Standard Time, 9 a.m. Eastern, and 6 a.m.
Wait,
Pacific.
sorry.
We'll also
Sorry.
have new Gamescom
What happened to the
videos going
Battletoads
live
stuff?
on
They said there was going to be Battletoads stuff
each and
today.
every day this week.
Wait. Where'd that go?
Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, you know, everything for all the latest Xbox news.
Plus, mark your calendars, because XO19 takes over London on November 14th.
Fuck.
Fans can look... I got
Oh, they said Battletoads is with Jeff Keighley later? Shit.
Fans can look forward to new announcements,
Damn
new
it.
releases, and of
That was what I
course, all
wanted.
the latest from Xbox.
Thank you very much from all of us here in Cologne. Thank you so much for watching. See you later.
Bye. Thank you very much, everyone.
Yikes. They're always like this, man. I've watched 2 others and I've skipped many others. Never streamed them for this exact reason. They're always like this. It's so dull. It's such a poor format. It's so badly thought out. It's a shame. There's good content. There really is good content that they're showing, but for some reason they won't just do something that like embraces brevity. And they make these incredibly long, drawn out events. They've been like this for years. So what are you actually doing? What are you actually doing? You know, I know people criticized Sony's first State of Play because it was too VR heavy. I loved it, but you know, at least Sony had the format right from day one. You know, and with future State of Plays, like people liked it more because it wasn't just VR content as much. This format is just fucked, and it's the format that's really the problem. The content is good. You have good content. Just present it better. Like, Christ. It's really not that hard. It would also... I hate to be that guy, but, like, you're spending all this money on these live shows, and it's like, you could really just not do that and cut a spicy 20-minute video, and boy, you're done. You got good stuff. Ugh. I was inside Xbox. It's always like this. I almost don't even know why I streamed it. So, I'm going to jump off and I'm going to take a quick 20-minute break. And we're going to be right back on with the next event, which is the Gamescom Stadia Connect. Which I know I already hear you guys going like, you're not even sure why you streamed this. Why would you stream that? Well, we're doing it. We're going into Stadia Connect next. Can I type? Yeah, there we go. It's going to be a fun time. I'm really curious to see what they'll announce because they're a total wild card right now. So let's see. And the Keighley, how do I get out of this? Escape? Yeah, escape works. Thank God. The Keighley show is going to be on at 2 p.m. So Stadia Connect is on at 1 p.m. Eastern in 20 minutes. And then Keighley is on at 2 p.m. An hour after that one. It's liable that there won't be much time between Stadia Connect and Jeff's show, so it might segue straight into that. We'll see how that shakes out, right? Okay, like I said, I'm gonna take a minute because I need to take a minute, and I'm gonna be back on in like shortly, very shortly. We will see. Stadia is a full hour. I don't believe we actually have a time for it at all. But I do have it right here. Yeah, no idea how long exactly. So yeah, let's do it. Apologies. The other day I said that Jeff's thing was at 9 p.m. I was very much wrong. It's 9 p.m. CEST, which is Europe. For us, it's 2 p.m. Jeff's thingy thing. So, all right, I'm gonna be away for a few minutes, and then we'll be right back on with Stadia. So yeah. Unfortunately, I can't mute this right now. Stadia music might start playing, but whatever, it's fine. All right, I'll be back. Have a good quick break. Eat some granola bars or some shit. I don't know. Whatever keeps you going. Just chow down, man.